I got a text!
Oh, you got a text!
What's it say?
Kendall, ready for round 2? Don't keep me waiting. Nicole.
It's the audacity for me. It's the audacity. Given the fact that we had these boys kicking off that why did their girls kiss Hakim, and suddenly they're doing the same. And Rob, now we see the real Rob. We've been seeing a representative. Now Rob is coming out because the way he treated Lev and the way he's behaving towards Andrea is totally different things. I don't think he feels Leah the way we thought he did. But anyway, I digress. Hey there. Thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island USA, Season 6, Episode 5. There's nothing I hate more than being proved right, and I hope I'm not right, because I said it in my last review that the boys making the girls Hannah and Kayla cry was a power move on their part, in the sense that they realized that their girls were still open to exploring connections, and to guarantee their safety they sort of cornered their girls and made them feel guilty for kissing Hakim. That way they would never stray. And yet suddenly when the Bombshells come and they get kissed by the Bombshells, they go all in. And to hear the guys talking, even Rob saying, oh, I hope she has a bad personality, and it's like, so you really didn't like Liv, the one that you like. You're not worried about her personality because you're worried that you're going to stray. So it wasn't about you liking Leah and being loyal to Leah. It was just that you didn't like Liv, and so you weren't going to push that. Now there's somebody that you think you like. You are concerned about her personality because you like the way she looks. Make that make sense? I felt sorry for Cordell. I really hope they kissed Cordell because they really like him, because he comes across as a very sweet guy, and the boys were excited for him. The girls, I was a bit off them, really, because why are people being territorial? It's only week 2. Why is it, oh, I think he is the one for me. I can see a future. You can see a future after 1 week. Make that make sense. People are being so territorial because they don't want to be kicked out of the villa. So they're trying to scare off the Bombshells. And I hope the Bombshells go for the guys whose girls have said no. Because you had Leah, Kayla, and even Hannah say, oh, you know, I can see something there. We have something. We're not closed off. And it's like, please, just please. If those guys are going to leave you, they're going to leave you, irregardless of you sort of giving a warning to the Bombshell to say, stay off my guy. To then have, you know, the guys, because at the fire pit, the girls, before they split into groups, sort of introduced themselves, and it turns out Aaron speaks Spanish. I didn't know he speaks Spanish. I knew he was from the UK, but I didn't realize that he was born in Spain. And so seeing the girls have a conversation, the Bombshell girls have a conversation with the guys, I was taken aback. The fact that Kendall was so ecstatic and you were so giggly and giddy. And it's like, but you're the same person who was giving Hannah grief for kissing Hakim. Make that make sense? So if you're going to give Hannah grief, and the audacity to see the way Kendall was grinning from ear to ear when he was speaking to the Bombshells is like, make it make sense. You're the one who was giving Hannah grief for talking to and entertaining Hakim. Suddenly it's okay for you to enjoy yourself because the Bombshell has kissed you and she likes you and she's pulled you for a chat, and for you to suddenly say, oh, I'm not yet closed off, you were giving Hannah grief. You were giving Hannah a lot of grief, and suddenly because it's you doing it, it's okay. The double standard is shocking. And even Aaron did the same thing. He gave Kayla a lot of grief for kissing Hakim and entertaining the Bombshells. Yet suddenly he's taken, you know, the Bombshell to Soul Ties, and it's like, no, this is not it. This is not it. If you are going to hold your girl to a standard, then you should hold yourself to the same standard. You can't say to your partner, I don't want you entertaining anyone. And yet as soon as somebody shows you interest, you're off skipping away and happy and smiley and giggly. No, that's not it. That is disrespectful. And that is someone, you know, I hope Kayla, as soon as a Bombshell comes in, I hope she entertains them and she moves on, because Aaron ain't it. The fact that he needed the privacy of the Soul Ties doesn't make sense to me. Rob thinks he's slick. He really thinks it's slick. Because when he was talking to the bombshell, Andrea, I think her name is, he covered his eyes, and it's like, why are you covering your eyes? If you are so connected with Leah and you have this strong bond and your head is not going to turn, why are you covering your eyes? You're covering your eyes because you know you're attracted to this girl and you're afraid that it's going to show. That's the only reason why you're covering your eyes. Be honest with Leah, tell her the truth so that she knows where she stands with you instead of wasting her time. He did have a conversation with her afterwards and sort of said to her, oh, at the moment we're good. If there's any changes, I'll let you know. And it's like, just tell her the truth. Tell her you're attracted to this girl so that she knows where she stands. She can try and explore. And the problem with Leah is she hasn't explored with anybody else. She came in, she saw Rob, she went after Rob, and that's it. She's done the same thing that Samantha on the UK version did, and she's going to cry tears for this Rob, because I have a feeling that Rob's head is going to turn. Unless he feels like, this will backfire, then he might not actually turn. But I have a feeling that his head is going to turn and is going to pursue things with that girl. Unless he feels like, I am looking very bad, then he might say, okay, let me stop. Because otherwise, he could have easily shut it down the way he shut down Liv. But he seems really keen to get to know the new bombshell. So I don't know. And it was cute to see the girls. People like drama. I've seen this on the UK version as well, that the islanders will sit there and will listen to what is being said because everybody wants to know where they stand with their partner. And it's like, nah, that's not a good look. Allow your person to speak to whoever they want to speak to. If they're your person, they will come back to you. If they're not, it is what it is. Keep it moving. And so you had everybody, the boys in the bedroom were still talking about these girls. They were very impressed. And it's the audacity for me that the people that were kicking off the most about their girls are the ones that are excited to get to know the bombshells. And it's like, I'm side-eyeing you, Aaron. I'm side-eyeing you, Kendall. You need to stop. You need to stop. Allow Cordell, who doesn't have a connection, to explore that connection. Because Cordell really seems keen to know the girls. And he's trying his best to not appear very eager. I think he was too eager with Serena. This is why she was put off. So he's trying to sort of adopt a laid-back stance. And it was cute to see him sort of chatting with the bombshell. And he was asking, where are you from? Oh, because she asked him, what do you think my ethnicity is? And I think he didn't want to. His problem is when he likes someone, he doesn't want to mess up. And so he tries his best. I think he's a people pleaser, and he tries his best to sort of please his partner. And in doing that, this turns off the girls. And so one would think he would have learned his lesson from, his time with Serena and the fact that she gave him feedback. I don't know what he does with the feedback. I don't think he listens though when they give him feedback. I wish he really listened to the girls when they gave him feedback. Anyway, all the islanders go to sleep. So in the morning, you have everyone work out. Thank you for no debrief. I'm really happy about that. And then you have, one of the bombshells, Andrea. She picks Connor for a chat. And I love the way, Jaina was marking her territory. The fact that she was stretching and distracting him from the conversation. I don't want to be excited about Jaina and Connor because I still need to see a lot more. I've been heartbroken several times. I've rooted for a couple and then things have gone left. So I'm not going to cheer them on until I'm 100% convinced that yes, he really likes her. Because it seems she really likes him. So we'll see what happens there. I love the fact that after the conversation, she immediately went to Jaina and said, oh, you're good. He's in love with you. And it's like, oh, that's sweet. I think he really likes her. There are a lot of she looks like she's an amazing person. She looks like she's highly intelligent. She's very beautiful. She's very, good looking. Her body is banging. So I can get why he would be very impressed by her. The fact that you have, Leah's now panicking and sort of complaining bitterly that, every time the bombshells speak to someone, they run back to the girl and tell her, oh, you're good, your guy really likes you. And yet no one is coming to tell me the same about you. And it's like, Rob, I think, this is my opinion of Rob. I think Rob liked Leah, but not really like as in like crazy like, because now with Andrea, his personality is coming out. The fact that he's holding her hand, the fact that he's excited and is, smiley and giggly, it shows you that he might have liked Leah, but I think he likes Andrea more. I think there's something about Andrea that's appealing to him, that's sort of exciting him and making him want to explore that. And so for him to keep saying to Leah, oh, I'll let you know if anything changes, that shows that is sort of questioning himself that should I, make a move and sort of explore things with Andrea, or should I stay with Leah? I have a feeling he's going to couple up with Andrea. But then on the other hand, Andrea received a text message to say they're going on 2 dates. And she chose Rob first. And normally when they choose someone first, it's someone they like, but not as much as the person that they go on the second date with. So I hope. I want to see what happens with Rob. I want to see what happens if he couples up with Andrea, whether he's going to treat her in bed the same way he treated Liv, or whether he's actually going to go all in. I have a feeling he's going to go all in, especially if Leah goes home. We're going to see a different Rob to the Rob that we were seeing. Because the Rob that we were seeing the first couple of days was very boring and very sort of... He wasn't even talkative like he was in Casa. So it will be interesting to see what happens if Leah goes home and couples with Andrea, whether we get to see him in his element the way he was in Casa. Anyway, so Nicole chooses to go with Cordell. He's so cute. He's still trying to impress. I wish he didn't try very hard. I don't know whether it's because of the way he looks or his size. That's why he's so insecure and is always trying to please, or is just naturally a people pleaser, because every time you can see he's making a lot of effort. He says he likes Nicole, and apparently Nicole seems to like him, and she was saying she hopes he leans in for a kiss, and it's like, well, he's going to try and be respectful. Unless you give him the green light, I don't think he'll just go in and just eat your face off. He would want you to sort of initiate before he can do anything or say anything that might upset you, since he's really trying to impress you. I'm going to say it again. Rob really likes Andrea because of the way his personality is coming out, the way he's more vocal, he's more talkative, he's all giggly, he's all giddy. You can see that he really likes her. And Cordell, I like this for him. He really likes Nicole. The fact that, she sort of prompted the kiss conversation and then he went in. Oh my God, I think her little girly bits were dancing because of the way she was blushing. And it just good for you, Cordell, you deserve it. And I hope Serena also gets her moment to shine, and I hope they bring her a bombshell as well. Rob, for him, I didn't expect him to kiss Andrea. So the fact that he kissed her, and as soon as he kissed her, he sort of looked back and told Cordell, don't tell anyone, I will let them know what's happened. And it's like, oh my God, Leah's in trouble. He didn't like Liv, but he really likes Andrea. Something about her has drawn him. Yes, they were joking though. He was actually making more sense his conversations than his conversations with Leah. So this side of him I like personally. I like this Rob, the one that's outgoing, the one that's social, the one that's very bubbly and happy. I like the more reserved one that we were seeing was sort of throwing me off because it was totally different to when he came into Casa. So the girls then sent a text message, and it's for Aaron and Kendall. And the way they're giddy and excited and couldn't even say goodbye to their girls. And yet they were just kicking off in the previous episode. Make that make sense? I hope the girls don't pick them. I hope they don't pick them. That way they can be humbled. Because I don't want to say arrogant, but I hope, if nothing, Andrea and Nicole pick Cordell and Rob. I want them to humble Kendall and Aaron because of the way they've treated their girls. They harass their girls because they kissed Hakim. And then suddenly the bombshells have come in, they've picked them. And they've completely forgotten about their girls. The fact that you had Kayla wanting to cry because Aaron didn't even wave goodbye. It's like, oh my God. And you have Leah busy panicking. Oh, I really like Rob. It's not the end of the world. If somebody takes Rob, you can find somebody else. Please keep it moving. There's no need for you to make such a big deal as though Rob is the end of the world. There are other guys in the villa. Explore connections with other guys. If you don't get a connection, that's fine. You go home, and when your person comes, you'll be ready for them. I don't even know what to say about Aaron and Kendall. I'm speechless now. I'm speechless because given the fact that they kicked off and they were shouting and screaming at their girls for kissing Hakim, the fact that they went on these dates and actually kissed outside of a challenge, and they didn't come back and pull their girls straight away and tell them. They went to speak to the boys. Even Rob himself didn't even, tell Leah what's happened. And for him to tell the guys that, oh my God, I'm in trouble. I really like her. And it's like, oh God, what's going to happen to poor Leah? Because she didn't entertain anybody else because of him. Now his head is turned. And if she picks him, because she said, Andrea said that his kiss was electric. And he actually said the kiss was electric as well. If she picks him, then poor Leah's going home. Poor Leah's going home, and I feel sorry for her. And I think let this be a lesson to all the girls in the villa that, you know, you need to be careful. Otherwise, you could be the next person going home if you don't play your cards right. Because now she thought she was in with Rob, and Rob is now exploring connections with other people. And I don't know how Kayla is going to take it as well. Hopefully, Kayla and Hannah hold their boys' feet to the fire the same way that they did. And they make them feel as guilty as they were made to feel guilty. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. There's no way, there's no way the boys can think they can get away with kissing the Bombshells and not be held accountable for that, given how they kicked off when the girls did the same thing. I don't know. I can't wait to see what happens. Anyway, I really hope